But I'm gonna go a little Bible on you guys. I'm gonna use a story. Everybody knows the story of the fish and the loaves of bread, to feed the masses, Jesus coming to feed the masses. This story for me, when I read this, what Spirit showed me is how important the information that our children give, the substance that our children bring to the table, how it's designed with the right spirit behind it to be able to feed the community more food than it can carry. See, that story in the Bible, that account in the Bible, there was everybody came to see Jesus. There was a big crowd of people, this and that, but there was no food. And they wanted to feed everybody. And so Jesus sent the disciples out to go find some food. Rich people didn't have food. Stores, they're supposed to have food, didn't have food. Nobody had food. The only person that had some food, the Bible called him a lad, a young boy, a child, a male child. Very, very important. See, because it's very important because somebody wants to take the male out of things like it's insignificant and let confusion of whatever that is. It's very important. It was a male child that had the food. And Jesus was able to take those 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread and feed the multitudes of people. The story says that the crumbs from this 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish filled up 12 baskets. The crumbs. This is after everybody got full. So what the Spirit showed me in this story is that the substance that's needed to feed the community lies in a male child. Why do you think this liberal society is attacking male children in the way that it's doing? Perverting what a male stands for. Why are they feminizing our men? Because the substance that the community needs is found in our young men. So now, if you look at our young men today, what is the substance that they have that can feed the community? We tend to want to look for the positive thing. Let's say the negative. If the negative can hurt you, what is the negative substance that our young people have? Let's change the word food to information. See, our young men are showing you the information that needs to be disseminated into the community to help young men get back on track so they can know the rightful place in feeding of the community. I'm watching young men, and this is the lesson we can learn as a country. The young men that you see in your community getting in trouble, dropping out of school, getting accosted by the law, strung out on dope, the young men, I'm not trying to leave the women out, I'm just trying to share something with you. The young men that are in trouble in your community, I watch young men that want to make a good decision to get their life back on track. But the thing that's hampering them that they are not really seeing, in my opinion, is that you're still listening to the same people that got you in trouble. So if our young people's issue is they can't get a job because their pants are sagging. So now they want to get a job, they're pulling their pants up, but in their headphones, they're still listening to the same people that coached them into their pants sagging. So now they're walking around all day trying to get their lives together, constantly being told to pull their pants up. But they're listening to the same people that got their pants sagging. I'm seeing young men trying to get off dope, but they're listening to the same people that got them on dope. Seeing our young men trying to get their education, their GEDs, or go back to school, but they're listening to the same people that didn't give them the information to stay in school in the first place. I'm seeing young men getting in trouble because they're disrespecting females. But in their headphones, they're listening to the same people that got them disrespecting females in the first place. They're expecting change, but they're not changing anything. You got to change who's you're listening to get you into the situation that you're in. This is what America's problem is. Democrat Americans, or people that want to vote Democrat. You're living in a substandard housing situation, eating government food, government housing, the thing that the government's given to you. You want to get your life together, but you're still listening to the same people that got you in that situation. They trained you not to listen to anybody else. They scare you. They emotionally hijack you into not listening to another set of advice. So if some Republicans or some conservatives came to these black people or these people that's been voting Democrat, that's in trailer parks and in government housing and wishing they can have their own, they train you to say that we're the boogeyman coming to enslave you and get you back into slavery when you feel that you function like a slave already. You're listening to the same people expecting your life to get better. And they scare you and ego trip you or whatever into not listening to a different set of advice. You can sit back, and this is the part that's so funny about Democratic voting base. The ones that where the Democrats gave them lead pipes and poisoned the water and poisoned the children. The ones that's functioning in poverty and breaking into people's houses. This is the part that's really funny. It's because in your same articulation to this rich white man, you've been tricked into hiring somebody to go take the rich white man's money and not see that the rich white man is trying to show you how you could be a rich black man or a rich American. See, your solution really is in your complaint. One of the things as an African American, I grew up with this, so I can speak for this. We're always saying, man, look at them Mexicans, look at them Chinese, look at them Arabs. Without looking at the Mexican, looking at the Chinese, and looking at the Arab. And so we allow somebody to come in as a politician and say, look at that Mexican, Chinese, and Arab. It's unfair. Why? Because the American tax code gives them 5 years free taxes and this and that, and they don't do that to you. That's unfair. Hire me, and I'll go in there and make it fair. Versus encouraging them to see how that is working and get it to work for you. What the other races do to Asians and everybody, they come in, they'll live 15 people to a house, and they'll all go out and they'll start this little thing and they'll stick together versus divide it up and figure out what the need of the community is and put it inside of a building and sell that need, supply that demand, and make money and grow. And the black kid is being taught to look at them and say they cheating you. They're not cheating you. You're cheating yourself because you're listening to a cheater that's getting you to look at the same situation the wrong way or a way that's not productive. This is what we're doing in America. This is why you got to turn off the media, the ones that's got you here, the one that has helped you get frustrated. Because continue to listening to those gangster media rappers is not going to help your situation. You got to listen to some new people. You got to. You got to listen to a different set of advice. You got to get a different set of eyes because the ones that you have now has got you where you are now. Now, look at spiritual leaders. This is the part that's so amazing because if you guys notice, I do this segment on my show called All Politics Are Local. And I have Democrats coming on. You probably don't know the Democrats until I tell you the Democrats. I have concerned citizens stepping into the political realm trying to help their community. I'm not arguing back and forth with them because it does us no good. See, arguing back and forth with my guests on my radio show because they're Democrats has me carrying the water for the national Republicans and the national Democrats. While I'm carrying the water for Obama or carrying the water for Bush, do you think Obama knows how many times the fire truck is going up and down our streets? No. Do you think he cares? No. The only way you'll hear something about a fire truck going up and down my streets here, going to get the citizens in my community, keep them from burning up in these fires. We don't know if they're Democrats or Republicans. The only way you'll hear something from Obama is when he needs it to divide us. Let a transgender burn up in a house and the person with the water hose or the water pressure went down in the fire hydrant in a Republican district. Then you'll hear about it from Obama. So we can say that the Republicans didn't have the water. They had water for their houses. Why didn't they have water for their transgender? Because they're bigots and they're racist. And that's when you'll hear from it on the national level. But our politics being local, I don't care if it's a Democrat, it's an American citizen trying to step up and do something in the community. If we can just have an amount of accountability, like the Clayco HOA's United for Change wants to have, I don't care if you're a Republican or Democrat. What are you going to do to help these babies? What are you going to do to help the firefighters go fight the fire? The police officer to stop the robberies? What are you going to do to help the people stop robbing? What are you going to do to help the hospital to help people? I don't care what Obama has to say. I don't care what the Republicans have to say. I don't care what Mitch McConnell says. What are we going to do to help people in our community? Because when that apartment is on fire, the smoke is not saying I'm going to choke the Republicans and I'm going to burn the Democrats. Those are American citizens in a burning building. Are we going to come together? Or are we going to be carrying the water for a bunch of millionaires and billionaires who don't give a damn about us? And I just want to know, are you going to go into office and make sure that I'll be able to communicate with my neighbors and my neighbors to know where I'm at to help them and they'll be able to help me? What are you going to do for that? Okay, that's what you're going to do? We're going to hold you accountable because as soon as you don't do it, we're getting rid of you. That's what we need to be doing. But nah, the Republicans, they hate that black president. Man, shut up. Well, that black president hates Republicans. Shut up. Shiny objects, distractions. How do you feel about it? Can you judge me by my character versus the color of my skin? Can you look at the work that I'm putting in on behalf of the community, my next door neighbors, you? Or are you going to be holding the water for a president that has never come and shook your hand? I'm here to shake your hand. I can buy you lunch. That dude that you're trying to protect over there ain't buying you a damn thing. He's giving you a SNAP card so the government can tell you what you can buy or not. Why you beat me up over some dude that you never get to see, except for on TV, talking a bunch of junk? I'm not going to do it, so why are you doing it to me? We right here together. I'm Phil Williams. I'll be right back.